All right. Come here, come here. All right, come on, Kay. Go, Kay. You gotta walk. Okay. One dog. Let me get this. Oh, good boy. Okay. Hop up. Load up. Load up, okay. Alice, watch out. Watch out. He's trying to get in. Good boy. I've got like a whole list of stuff to make sure I don't forget. I'm terrified I'm gonna forget something. Wetsuit, running shoes, bike shoes, goggles, supplements, bike, running glasses, running hat, running bottle, bike bottle. I've got everything checked off. Let's hope that means I'm ready. We haven't even left the parking lot and Kato's already sick of this car ride. I mean, you need to look at the sign that Christina made for the race.
Got your sunglasses?
Yeah, they're in a bag in the car. Alright, look at this. Isn't that great?
Yeah! We have Atlas. Did you have it professionally made?
I made it on Canva. Like I copied all the different pictures.
The boys are going to be at the finish line. Not physically, but figuratively. Okay, so me, my girlfriend, and my mom, along with Atlas, my Rottweiler, and Kato, my German Shepherd, are in Augusta, Georgia for the weekend because I'm doing my first ever Ironman 70.3. It is a 1.1 mile swim, a 56 mile bike, and then a 13.1 mile run. So altogether, it's 70.1 miles. What's wrong, Kay? What's wrong, Kay? So maybe it's only a 1 mile swim. Kay did. So it is 2 p.m. and I have until 4 p.m. to check in and get my bib and my tracking chip and stuff like that. And then I have until 5 p.m. to check in my bike at a separate location. So I'm letting the dogs get settled down right now, and then we're gonna go, I booked an Airbnb that's only 10 minutes from the convention center, check in there, check in my bike, drive to the actual race site so that I can take a look at what the hills for the bike and how flat the run is, get some Chipotle, and I'll go over all of my gear that I'm going to be riding and using for the swim, run, and the bike. Okay, so before I turn in the bike, this is a Specialized Alez, which originally I gone to a used bike shop and spent $300 on a bike that broke like a month into training. The chain kept popping off. So if you're ever gonna do one of these races, I would just buy the more expensive bike first and save yourself some money in the long run. However, there are people here. Everyone's walking their bike in a check-in, and there's people who have like $10,000 and $15,000 bikes. So my goal is to pass some of them tomorrow. It's real. It's happening. It'd be wild if I couldn't have earbuds. You like this color? Game time.
Last meal.
Okay, Mom and my girlfriend are in Publix getting stuff for tonight, but we got Chipotle for dinner, and I'll show this later when I sit down and eat it, but I got the fattest burrito that's absolutely gonna fall apart when I sit down to eat it. It is chicken, double white rice, double black beans, fajita veggies, lettuce, pico, and cheese. And then they're in there getting, Chipotle was out of guac, so they're getting chips and guac along with some other stuff at Publix. Okay, so there's a few key takeaways that I got from going to the check-in. The most concerning of which is I had no idea that you can't bring your phone or headphones to an Ironman event. So I will have no music for the six and a half hour duration it's gonna take me to do the race. So I'm gonna be an absolute psychopath left with just my inner thoughts and inner monologue the entire race. So that's a bit of a shock to process in the next 12 hours before I wake up. Another thing is like when you do something like this, whether it's a marathon or an Ironman, and you show up, it's actually really intimidating to be a beginner in one of these events and to be surrounded by all these people with all this high-tech gear, to be surrounded by all these people who look like pros. But it's like what my mom and Christine and I were talking about in the car, that like just because everyone has expensive gear doesn't necessarily translate to them actually, being athletic or having the physical prowess to be able to do it. So eating this ginormous fat burrito, eating this, some guac, chips, and then I will show all of my race gear a little bit later. Alright, so this is the transition bag that they gave me for the race tomorrow, and I'm gonna pack it. I'm assuming, I'm talking to Christina right now, behind the camera. Would you pack running stuff at the bottom, bike stuff at the top, in the order that I'm gonna retrieve them? Alright, so running shoes. These are the shoes I use for my marathon. Going in the very bottom. What do you need to put on shoes? Socks. Oh shoot. But I'll need these for my biking shoes, right? Those are in the car. I'm gonna also put my biking shoes in the bag, but they're in the car, and the car is currently gone. So socks. I'll put biking shoes in. I'll put helmet for bike, and I'm trying to think what else. I'll have goggles, my goggles with me. Okay. I've got this belt that I've stashed with gummies, because they also informed me at the check-in that I can't have spectators handing me stuff either. So I can't stop and talk to my mom or girlfriend during the race and have them hand me food. So Got food there. I've got, I'm gonna fill this water bladder and put it in this backpack and wear that on the bike. I have also got this bottle for running and this bottle for biking. I filled it up with this supplement, which is basically a mixture of electrolytes and carbs. I'm all discombobulated right now because I'm actually really nervous for this race, even though it's going to be fine. So, let's see. Oh, that's a good boy. At the aid stations, there will be Gatorade, water, fruit, and shoes. So, I think the only other thing that needs to go in this bag is my biking shoes. And then this backpack, once I fill it with water. And then my mom had to run to Dollar General because they gave me my racing bib to put on tomorrow, and they didn't give me any safety pins to side their clothes. What's wrong, Kay? What's wrong with her, dude? He's sad he can't do the race. I am going to finish packing, and then I'm going to bed in about an hour. So I'm going to bed around 7 p.m. because I'm waking up. I need to leave at 4:30. I'm waking up around 2:30, 3 o'clock. So I think that's it. Be eating 2 bagels with peanut butter, honey, banana, and coffee before the race. Okay, it is 4:48 a.m. I'm drinking some caffeine, carbs, electrolytes, and creatine pre-race. The shuttle service is shuttling athletes from to the start line essentially from 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. and like I said, it's 4:49 a.m. right now. So my mom and girlfriend are walking the dogs right now, and then we're gonna head out around like 5:15, get there at 5:30. That way I can set up everything around my bike, get shuttled, and be at the start line.
Swim finish time. If you were to walk all the way through the concourse and make a right-hand turn down to the amphitheater, back just behind the stadium is our morning clothes bag truck. So at some point...
I walked here. Because the line for the bus was over a mile long.
Yeah, just follow us.
I don't have this phone.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Love you.
Okay, Christina, show us what we're eating and look happy about it. What's that?
This is pepperoni and ham.
Well, that's Hawaiian.
Otherwise known as
You said pepperoni and ham.
pineapple and ham. This one's pepperoni, right? No,
And
this one's plain cheese.
cheese. Yeah. Who am I? Who am I?
I don't know.
Dave Portnoy.
Well, you have to say more than that. You can't
What
just
is-
hold a pizza and
What is he?
you said one bite. Everyone knows the rules.
One bite. Everyone knows the rules.
Good. You didn't even dip it in ranch. 2 minutes later.
Yeah. The pizza guy here at 4:24 and it's 4:28. But then it took time to sit down. So we'll say 2 minutes. My fastest time of the day. If only I was a pizza eating contest, I did. Okay, so it's about 48 hours since I finished my half Ironman, and I don't want to get on here and have this long, lengthy breakdown of it and how I felt, and there's a million videos out there talking about how hard it is and stuff like that, but I want to speak a couple words of encouragement before I end this video. So I ended in 6 hours, 41 minutes. My goal time was sub 6, so even if I got 5:59, I would have been ecstatic. I did not hit that, which is fine. If anything, it just gives me something to shoot for when I do my next one, and I can change up my training and hopefully achieve that goal when I sign up and do another one. But like I said, I wanted to give some words of encouragement before I ended this video because I had a huge takeaway from doing this race. And that takeaway is simply anyone can do a half Ironman if they want to. And if you're watching this, if you clicked on this because of the title and you're thinking about starting training or you're already training, I just want to say that you should absolutely have no doubt in yourself so long as you follow through with your training and really work towards what you've put in your mind, in your heart, in setting that goal of finishing a half Ironman. There was literally no one body type that had an advantage in this race whatsoever. There were people who were overweight who completely destroyed me in this race. I mean, like, passed me on the bike and I never saw them again during the run. There were skinny guys who should have been much faster than me that I finished an hour ahead of. I'm 6'5" and have long legs and am good at running, but there was a girl with short, stocky legs, and she quite literally, me and her, were passing each other back and forth throughout the whole entire 2 hours that we were running. I mean, like, I would pass her, and then I would need to walk, and she would pass me, and then she would walk, and I would pass her. There were people who were in their 60s and 70s absolutely killing it. There was guys much younger than me killing it. There was short people, tall people, overweight people, underweight people. I mean, it's crazy to say this because I've done a bodybuilding show in the past when I was 18 years old, but there's, in endurance sports, and in particularly this race, I realized that there is no predictor of how you're going to do based on your body type. And so I would just encourage anyone, whether you feel like you're not good enough to compete in this kind of event, you absolutely are, and I just want to encourage you. I was just absolutely blown away by the resilience and endurance that everyone in this race had, whether they finished in only a few hours or even the people that weren't able to finish by the end of the race, just the amount of effort that people put in. So yeah, if you really think that you want to do this, I say set it as your goal and just absolutely do everything in your power to prepare the best that you possibly can. And so long as you leave nothing on the table, I wholeheartedly believe that anyone who trains hard for this can absolutely finish this race. I hope you enjoyed watching my first ever experience doing a half Ironman, and I will definitely be doing another one and filming a video, so I hope to see you then. And I also want to thank my incredible mother and girlfriend for being my support crew this whole entire weekend. You know, my girlfriend killing it, filming and getting awesome action clips, and just my mom for providing nutrition and driving when I was too tired after the race. And I could have still did this race without them, but it would have been an absolutely miserable experience. Shout out to both of you who are probably watching this video. I love you both. You will definitely both be invited to the next race.